Hey guys, Bearded Beast of Duloc here. It's late at night and I want to make a quick video and talk about training the first couple of years. Bodybuilding versus powerlifting. How do you train? What are the differences, etc. Before I get into that topic, I just want to say ignore the old t-shirt over the light trick. I did that so the light wouldn't bleed out the video. So the question is, and I hear this a lot, Dear Bearded Beast of Duloc, it's how do I train bodybuilding versus powerlifting my first couple of years in the gym? Here's the answer. The same. It doesn't matter what your goals are. Here's why. When you're a beginner, you're weak. You're weak on all your lifts, unless you're a genetic freak. So regardless of if you're a bodybuilder, if your goals are muscle size or pure strength, you need to spend some years building strength. Obviously that's a given for strength goals, but for bodybuilding, you got to get this point through your head. You can't build muscle without building strength. They go hand in hand. This doesn't mean you have to train for absolute end limit strength as a bodybuilder, but you do need to progress. You do need to get a lot stronger than you are now. There are no weak elite bodybuilders. Let that sink in. There are no weak elite bodybuilders. Now, the Bearded Beast of Duloc gets around. Okay, I spent some time on the road doing documentary work with elite bodybuilders, natural bodybuilders, for the record, and you know, a lot of them will say, Bearded Beast of Duloc, I don't train for strength, but you know what? Pound for pound, they're nearly as strong as I am. They don't train for strength, okay, but they still have, over the years, they've still progressed, and strength has been a huge part of the equation, of the muscle building equation. While they don't, train for strength, they're training for progression or pushing for more, and that process is adding strength. Now, you're going to say, but, can I skip the old adding strength part and just like do drop sets and rest pause and giant sets and all that nonsense? The short answer, no, nada. Ain't gonna work, because sooner or later, if you jump into something like giant sets or drop sets or rest pause or slow negatives or whatever the heck you're doing, your body's going to adapt, and it's all going to come right back to the same thing. You need to add more weight on the bar. If you're doing drop sets, starting at 45-pound dumbbell curls, and you drop to 35 and you drop to 25 today, in a month, if you're doing the same thing with the same weight, your body's going to be adapted. You're not going to build muscle. So you're going to come right back to progression. So the point is, if you're a bodybuilder in your first couple of years, or you're training for muscle size, you have to get stronger. Okay? If you're a power lifter, you're training for strength. Oh, light went on the computer. Your first couple of years, obviously you have to train to get stronger. Now, muscle size. You want, let's say you're intermediate lifter or early intermediate lifter or novice lifter, and you're just after strength. Bearded Beast of Duloc, I just want strength. I don't want to do all that bodybuilding stuff. Well, I'm not telling you you have to train using a bodybuilding split. That's not my point at all. What I am telling you is that if you want to get strong as possible, you got to build some beef on your body. You got to pack on some muscle mass. Okay, you can't just pretend that you're going to get super strong and stay as lean as a string bean. It's hard to tell sometimes with advanced powerlifters, especially the bigger guys, how much muscle they have. But look, I guarantee if you take these guys, even though they don't look like bodybuilders because they don't have every body part fleshed out, they have quite a bit amount of muscle mass, a base amount of muscle mass on their bodies. They're not string beans. They're not string beans. benching 400 pounds. That just doesn't happen. So regardless of your goals, the first couple of years, whether you want to train for muscle or you want to train for strength, you're going to be training about the same way. We could get into all splits and how to train and all that, but that's best for another video. So the point is, if you're training for muscle size your first couple of years, get strong. If you're training for strength your first couple of years, add some mass, all right? Train for muscle and strength. It's the same thing for the first couple of years, regardless of your goals. After that point, after you've put some time in the gym, you'll know which body parts are weak, or if you're a power lifter, you'll start to get an understanding of which areas are your weaknesses, so you can work them for your assistance, and you can start to advance or evolve your training from there. So, there are no weak bodybuilders, kids, and there are no wimpy, frail powerlifters with no muscle. These creatures do not exist. Even though powerlifters don't look like bodybuilders, they still have muscle. Even though bodybuilders are not training for end strength, they still need it for gains. So guys, I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe to the Bearded Beast of Duloc, kids. The Bearded Beast of Duloc. Have a good day, guys.